Have you ever wondered how much money you can send through Zelle Bank of America? It's a question that many people ask, especially as more and more people are turning to digital payment methods. Imagine a scenario where you need to send a large sum of money quickly and securely. Would Zelle be the right choice? Let's dive into the details and find out. Zelle is a peer-to-peer payment service that allows you to send money directly to someone's bank account. It's a convenient and fast way to transfer funds, but there are certain limits in place. Limit 1. Daily limit. One of the primary limits you'll encounter when using Zelle is the daily limit. This is the maximum amount of money you can send in a single day. The exact amount may vary depending on your bank, but it's typically around $1,000 per day. Why is there a daily limit? Well, it's a security measure to prevent fraudulent activities. By limiting the amount you can send in a day, it helps to reduce the risk of unauthorized transactions. Limit 2. Weekly limit. In addition to the daily limit, there's also a weekly limit. This is the maximum amount of money you can send over the course of a week. Again, the exact amount may vary, but it's generally around $2,500 per week. The weekly limit is another safety measure to protect your funds. It helps to ensure that you're not sending excessive amounts of money that could potentially be at risk. Limit 3. Monthly limit. And finally, there's a monthly limit. This is the maximum amount of money you can send in a month. It's usually around $10,000 per month. The monthly limit provides an additional layer of security and helps to prevent large-scale fraudulent activities. Factors affecting limits. It's important to note that these limits are not set in stone. They can be influenced by several factors, including your bank's policies. Different banks may have slightly different limits or requirements for using Zelle. Your account history. If you have a history of suspicious activity or fraudulent transactions, your limits may be lower. Zelle's risk assessment. Zelle may also conduct risk assessments to determine your eligibility for higher limits. Increasing your limits. If you need to send more money than the standard limits allow, you may be able to increase your limits. However, this typically requires contacting your bank and providing additional information or documentation. The process for increasing your limits can vary depending on your bank, but it generally involves verifying your identity and providing proof of income or assets. Once your request is approved, your limits will be adjusted accordingly. Alternatives to Zelle. While Zelle is a popular option for peer-to-peer payments, it's not the only one available. There are other services that you can consider, such as Venmo. Venmo is another popular P2P payment app that offers similar features to Zelle. Cash App. Cash App is a mobile payment service that allows you to send and receive money instantly. PayPal. PayPal is a well-known online payment platform that also offers a P2P payment service. Each of these services has its own set of limits and features, so it's important to compare them to find the one that best suits your needs. So, how much money can you send through Zelle Bank of America? The answer is that it depends on the limits set by your bank and your individual account history. While the standard limits are typically around $1,000 per day, $2,500 per week, and $10,000 per month, you may be able to increase these limits under certain circumstances. If you need to send a large sum of money, it's important to be aware of the limits and plan accordingly. You may need to consider using alternative payment methods or making multiple transactions to avoid exceeding the limits. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.